anybody make sense of this?
Wait, okay, let me get there. So it's 80 cents times 20. Wait, $16, I think.
That's what I got.
Around there.
I got like 17
But
something.
then we sell them at 20 each. So
Then it's like $3 profit in 8x10.
no, way more than that.
It's way more?
Yeah, it's 17 for 50 of them.
Oh.
No, I think we used 100 before. I don't fucking
Wait,
know.
no, yes, we did use 100 because then it was 20 times 100 and we were trying to get to 2,000.
Oh yeah, okay. So if we buy 100 of them at 87 cents each, that's $8.07, right?
Yes.
Or no, is it $87?
Wait.
I just want to know what you're calling this math.
100
Steiner
times
math.
8, it's $87.
Right.
Yes.
I don't know. Get a calculator. That's what.
All right, we'll get a calculator, everybody. All right, bye. All right, I'm hanging out with my pal Tommy Rant right here. What's up? Now, I heard a little rumor from a Strictly Business, Brandon Beretta, that you snore.
What?
That's what he told me.
First off, if that bus is paying attention to me while I'm sleeping, that ain't strictly business. That's strictly weird.
That is kind of weird, right?
I ain't about that. Where'd you hear that from? Him? Her?
From him.
Her. Yeah. Listen, Buster. Listen, Chooch. You got my number. You know the time. Slime time.
Careful, Brandon Beretta is really good at suplexing big fat asses, so he might get you back, but you've been losing weight, so.
You look great.
Yeah. I guess so.
All right, thank you, Tommy Rant, and Slime Ball Sage over there.
We gotta fix that up. We gotta fix that up. I like this.
They're Gucci.
Take off your glasses.
I can't see. I can't see.
I don't care if you can see. You're gonna see now. Take them off.
All right, hold on.
Let me hold the mic. I'll hold your mic. Yeah. Put those away. Put that on. Put that on. Look at that. Look how great he looks. Look at that. All in one dank.
I think they're a little small.
A little small. How big is your head? Jesus.
I'm big on. Never mind. Michael Payne, everybody.
Proper dank. All in one dank. All in one.
We'll talk after, too.
We definitely will talk after.
Make sure you follow Michael Payne.
Trained me, shown me guidance are on these walls, and it feels bizarre and surreal to be joining them.
He's a good guy. He's an outright kind of guy. But listen, we got Slime Ball City tickets.
I'm Cora, and I am your winner of this. I like it, Dark Papa Day. You don't? Are you scared of the Dark Papa Day?
It's great. It's great. I can't wait.
Honestly, the first and realistically the only. I'm doing great. How are you?
We just did steal it last time, but it's in safe hands. My son is watching it.
Are you positive?
Yeah, my son is watching.
Look at me! I'm a physical specimen.
Very spicy, very spicy.
You got the dirt.
I wish.
I literally love conventions. Like
Well, I'm gonna try to get through her. That's my motivation today.
I wish I could.
Come in soon. You can check her out on Monster Slam. Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I am your host, Papa Dank, and tonight Titan Week continues with a very special guest. First time appearance right here on Beyond the Barricade. Let me bring to you the one, the only Donovan, right there hanging out with me, Papa Dank. How's it going, bro?
Man, another day, man. Looking forward to it.
Another dollar.
Of course.
All right, man. Big weekend for you this weekend.
Oh yeah, definitely a big weekend. I get my shot at the middleweight championship.
At height. And you're going up against the one and only Feral Face in a chain match. Now, tell everybody how this came about, this chain match.
I mean, I guess Titan management saw my tactics and the things that I was using to get the attention of the Feral one, and so they decided to add that to the match, and I have absolutely no problem with it because, of course, I used it. I came, and as I'm expecting, Face is going to do exactly what I did to him last event, which is choke.
I heard hey Serena, I heard you ruined his MILF night that night.
I mean, he'll be.
What are you gonna do? He's had plenty of those. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine. Now, man, what is your strategy going into this match, though?
I mean, let's think about it. I've been doing this now for 20 years, and you got this kid who's been here for maybe a cup of coffee. So,
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
I outclass the kid. I'm gonna teach him a couple things. Hopefully, he might be able to teach me some things out there. And when it comes down to it, like I said, I'm looking for that middleweight championship. I made it very clear that when I came here to Titan, that I was looking to make money, cause trouble, and make things happen for myself.
Look at that.
Middleweight championship is a thing that I'm gonna make happen for me, whether he likes it or not.
They're watching us from Delaware, bro. What's up, Robert? Wow, nationwide. All right. Now, besides Titan, I want to go over some other stuff at Titan. But first, we got Pro Wrestling Magic coming up on January 18th. The Chad Adams Memorial Rumble coming to America. At the Mecca, of course.
Absolutely. Big match. That's an important match. Everybody that's on that roster. Chad Adams, a big part of Pro Wrestling Magic, and in its beginning phases, and he was a big part of that team, and unfortunately, he was soon, and that it's a very important match for everybody on the roster, and like you win the match, and it's just like Royal Rumble rules. You win the match, you get a shot at any title you want, and I am a one-time heavyweight champion in that company, so maybe I might go ahead and win that match and do it again. But the same token, I'm not only looking to do that. I have a little bit of business to take care of, especially with Hispanos Unidos. Or actually, let's scratch that name because that thing no longer exists because I'm the one who created that. So whatever Azrael wants to call his group of goons, I'm going to make sure I take care of that business as well because you ain't going to bite the hand that feeds you and think that you're going to get away with it.
100%. Now, some highlight matches from Pro Wrestling Magic's Crowbar versus Alex Ryman, Steve Pena versus Bruno El Oso Blanco, Troy Locke versus V. Daniel, Rebecca J. Scott against Cosmic, Journey Burke versus my pal Tiffany Avatar over there. Pro Wrestling Magic coming up on the 18th at the Mecca. Make sure you get your tickets. Go to Pro Wrestling Magic and secure your tickets. But at Titan, we got a couple of big matches coming up. Not only do we have Big Jeff Noyes versus the franchise Shane Douglas for that Funhouse title, but also, let me get that graphic up real quick. PJ Savage takes on Baba Thunder in that main event for that TCW Heavyweight Championship. And of course, your big match with Face in a chain match for that TCW Middleweight Championship. A lot of championships on the line that night.
Yeah, it's going to be a big night for Titan.
This Saturday.
Yep, right, as you can line up right there. It's a heavy card. It's a stack card. It's going to be in a very exciting event. This is my first go-around. Well, not my first go-around with Titan. I did work a match previously. But now, I'm here a little bit more often. And like I said, I'm looking forward to starting trouble, which I already did. And just looking forward to winning that middleweight championship and keep moving forward.
That's right. Now, before we get into your history a little bit, let's talk about what are the other members of the roster would you like to get your hands on, Donovan?
Well, I mean, I do need to run it back with PJ at some point because, again, I've beaten him before, and now to his house, and he kind of took care of business. So I need to run that back pretty soon. It's a stacked roster. I've been up and down the roads with Gangone. Get in there with Gangone as well. There's a lot of young, hungry talent in there as well that I'm looking forward to, going one-on-one with and, testing what they got.
Right. I'd like to see you go up against Joey Conway. I think that'd be a great match.
Be a really interesting match. Talent looks like, it looks like he's definitely going to be going places. He's got a look. I just look forward to seeing this hungry talent because again, there's
Right.
not a lot of people get to really see often, but those kids, man, they do their thing in there.
They do their thing. Serena wants to know, how do you feel about being included in this 5-year anniversary show?
That's a big deal to me. Like I said, I just walked in the doors not too long ago, and I'm rattling chains, I'm shaking things up, and Titan Championship Wrestling is giving me, giving me the opportunity and giving me the platform to put myself out there and show everybody exactly who the Brooklyn Outlaw is.
Awesome. Now, in your 20 years doing this, who has been your greatest adversary, you would say?
Honestly, the one person besides Steve Pena, because me and Steve Pena, every time we touch, I've had some really good matches with Vinny Pacifico.
Mhm.
I've had matches with Vinny. We've told really good stories. I enjoyed my match with Tony Deppen. It was a fun match, and we went at it. I've had good matches with Azrael throughout my years as well. Somebody that you probably haven't heard from in a long time. I've had great matches with Rob Vegas. I've had good matches with Lethal. I've had good matches with Crowbar. Amazing talent, could still go at his age.
Yeah, he definitely can.
It's a good list to be able to rack down and say I've had these good matches with these guys. I've had good matches with people. I've had good matches with Gangone. The list goes on. I've been pretty fortunate to be able to go out there and go in there with somebody and kill it. And again, like I'm gonna say the top one, I would say honestly Vinny, because he's brought out the best in me in a way that I want to kind of kick that mushy face's ass. So
right. Gotcha. The CEO of Titan is in the chats. Billy Betsky. What's up, Billy? Billy. All right. Now, in this day and age, who are some of the talent you would like to mix it up with outside of Titan?
Outside of Titan?
Yeah.
Well, still, I still been requesting. I'm waiting for it to happen. I want
Homicide.
It's always been somebody I've always looked up to. That's always been somebody I'm trying to get a ring with. The OG. I've been there in training. I've trained with him. He's kills you. I would love to have that match, one-on-one with him. And then, of course, there's a lot of young, hungry talent out there that I just want to chop it up with everybody, man. To be honest with you. Been doing this long enough now that, I'm not settled and stuck in my head that, I want to make it. Of course, everybody does, but in the same sense too, I want to be able to go out there and know that once I walk back through those curtains, that I gave the fans exactly what they asked for. So that's really important at the end of the day. So again, like I said, Titan has a full laundry list of young, hungry talent that I watch their matches. They're really good.
Right.
Talented kids, and a lot of them, are living, So get me whoever, and I guarantee you, you're gonna get a show stealing match.
I think you would have a banger with Alvin Alvarez.
Oh yeah, I've seen him. He's a real good talent, real young. Of course, as a young talent, you got certain things that over time you grow with and everything like that. But he's really good raw talent.
Yeah, good raw talent. All right. What about matches? What do you think has been your most grueling match to date?
Grueling match?
Yeah, that took you to the limit. You're like, man, this really messed me up, but I'm glad I went through it.
Oh, Crowbar.
Crowbar?
100%. All the matches that we had. So,
okay.
And it really tested what I had, tested my mettle and see exactly, if I can deliver when I was, this was a couple of years back. So it's just like,
right.
you do it or not. And then, You go in there with a talent like him. And then of course some of my matches they didn't have a lot, but some of my matches in Evolve. I was
Okay.
fortunate to ring with talent like AR Fox, you know, to be, side by side with Eddie Kingston, you know, AC, you got to get into the ring with Baba Thunder, so it's
Okay.
Kurt Stallion, very, very, very talented individuals. And, you kind of sometimes you sit there and you kind of wonder, because I'm not gonna lie, at one point I sat there and I'm like, yo, what am I doing here?
Right.
And then you have to recheck yourself and be like, you're here
Like,
for.
wow. Yeah. You're here because your hard work paid off. That's why you're there. 100%. And now everybody loves your hat, man. Look at that. Donovan's hat looks cool. He
Gotta
has a
rock.
normal hat.
No,
They weren't a fan of Michael Payne's hat yesterday. That's just...
I mean, Michael Faye got, his dress code is a little bit different than mine, obviously.
He's the best dressed Titan, I think.
Yeah, he's always coming dressed for success. So
That's right. All right, enough about all in one Michael Payne. Places you want to wrestle? Actually, no. Companies you want to wrestle that you haven't wrestled in yet. What are some of those companies?
are we talking independent or are we just talking about all around?
I could do a little bit of both.
All right.
Let's do all the way around and independent. How about that?
All right. Well, independent, we could. I want to go back. I want to be able to get an opportunity back at GCW. I was there. I got a couple of matches in probably when they first started running shows. JCW as well. I did a lot of shots with them. I'd love to get an opportunity at Limitless, Beyond, Booker T's company in Texas. I'd like
Reality.
I'd like to go back to WWN out in Florida.
Huh?
CCW, I wrestled out there in Florida. They were great promotion.
CW, yeah.
Good team out there. Shout out to them. And yeah, that's probably it. OVW, sure.
OVW.
Yeah, and in terms of the big dogs, I mean, name them all.
Name them, every single one of them.
Balling, you know what I'm saying? Let me do my thing and show everybody what who the Brooklyn Outlaw is, man.
That's right. Represent. All right. Serena says, what are your biggest goals for 2025?
Man, doing what I'm doing. To be honest with you, just keep doing what I'm doing. Keep improving on the promos, keep improving on my matches, and you never stop growing in this business. Whoever's the person that says I don't need to grow, I got it all where it is, then you really don't got it. Like you got to striving. Yeah, you got to keep striving, keep doing your thing, keep getting better, keep pushing pushing the other talent.
I agree.
Yeah. Metal, what is it? Iron sharpens iron. You know what I'm saying? So if you surrounded with people that really ain't gonna push you to the next level, then you ain't getting any better. And if any of the talent out there that's trying to do better, if you're not sitting there, if you're just wrestling for a hodgepodge place and you feel like you're better than all the talent around you, then you shouldn't be there anymore. You need to go find something better. You need to go find better promotion where the talent is pushing you, where you don't feel like you're the guy there, that you have to, test your limits and everything. Right. This is why I came here. One of the reasons why I was interested in Titan. They gave me the opportunity to come in, work PJ, and, fortunately they liked everything that I brought, and, we're doing our thing, and I'm excited to be here.
I think as a podcaster and doing my vlogs and all these different promotions, I think the thing that frustrates me the most is seeing these great individual talented people stick to the same place and not try anything new. Like, it's frustrating to me just watching, going, man, this individual could be really great at what they do elsewhere, and then just stay in the same spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people get comfortable. I mean, I could blame myself for that as well because I've been a pro wrestling manager for a very long time.
Yeah.
And
It's okay to stay to the companies you've been loyal to, but you got to branch out. You got to make those connections. You got to go outside of the Northeast. You know what I'm saying?
100%, I don't disagree with you at all.
It was the same thing with me doing like with this podcast. Someone actually has said, "Well, why are you doing people in the South? They're not. You're not going to go do their show." I said, "Yeah, to broaden my audience, meet new people, and expand. What am I going to just stay in the Northeast for? What am I like? I'm not going to get anywhere if I just have the same area. Like you gotta broaden. You gotta meet people. I'm going to St. Louis again because of some connection I made through here, an owner of a promoter,
That's
a
great.
promoter. You know,
That's down south as well too, because at the same time, not everybody's presenting themselves like I do. So it is
right? You
different.
stand out.
Exactly. And then even too, like I said, I would love to go down to Texas. I would love to work promotions out there. Just everything new and again, different locker rooms, different talent, and you just continue to push yourself to continue to be better.
Right. Now, speaking of that, same thing, like you said with Titan. Titan's doing a crossover with a North Carolina company.
Yeah. No, yeah, really exciting stuff. Titan's got a bunch of exciting things going on that I'm not going to reveal until they do it because
Right. I know I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
but a lot of good things going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of good plans there, and for that company to grow, Titan to grow, just like any individual wrestler, you gotta do different things and expand.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Billy sees the roster. He sees what he has. He's excited about what he has, and you can see faith in his crew, and he knows that his crew's gonna go can and just bring it.
That's the thing. As a wrestler owner, you have to have a vision of what you want either your company to be, your wrestling to be. For me, it's how my podcast to be. You have to have that vision. If you don't have that vision, you're just going to be stuck over and over in the same circles.
If you don't feel about what you're bringing out there, then exactly, you're doing it for no reason. And like I said, you could see the passion when we have our meetings. We have the locker room meetings when you could see the passion that he has when he speaks. And then you could tell he has faith in all his guys, which is very.
Yeah, I've been in a couple of locker room meetings, and that one, Titan's really inspiring. Like you feel you're part of the family.
Yeah, very. There with like.
Yeah, it's all good stuff, man. All right, let's go into type of match you haven't had yet, but you want to have.
I had an opportunity to, but it didn't. It kind of didn't work out because my opponent couldn't make it, and wanted to kind of give me a replacement, but I was just kind of like, I'm good for the night, and I back to it was a steel cage match. Never had a steel cage match. I would love to, and Magic was doing a show, and for some reason it ended up being the main event was supposed to be a steel cage match, and like I don't know how everything ended up working out, and then every match became a steel cage match, and the opportunity was there, but my opponent didn't make it, and
man,
they asked me if I wanted to work somebody else, and which I would have been fine with. I don't know why that night. I think I was off that night, and maybe I just felt like something was gonna happen, so I was
right.
Whatever you guys need me to do, I'll do. And I took care of some other business that night, which was. But then looking back at it, I'm like, damn, why didn't you do the match, man?
Right. Well, you're getting closer. You're having a chain match, so we're getting you there. Robert says Donovan has some big forearms. Thank you, Robert, for noticing.
Big forearms.
So tell me, what does your training regimen look like? Since he brought it up, forearms, your big forearms.
Yeah, I mean, at the gym at least 4 to 5 days a week. I was off for a little bit of time, because moving and stuff like that, life in general. But I tend to like to be in the gym 4 to 5 days a week for working out. But in the gym, realistically, all 7 days a week, doing some cardio, doing something to keep myself, I pride myself on my cardio. I pride myself on being able to do a match and walking out like like nothing, like breathing normal, you know. So
Right.
big thing. And again, that's something that I actually learned too when training with Homicide. That those couple of times that I got to train with him, because he leaves you feeling like he's gonna kill you, and you're kind of like feeling blessed once the training ends. So at that point, he pushed you. He pushes you in a way that like, and you can see it when you're wrestling in a match, anyways. How
Uh-huh.
going out there, you're there. You're on it. And that won't come just by just hanging out at the bar or anything like that. Like, you got to put in the work, man.
Right, 100%. Now, speaking of the training, so is there certain foods you avoid, or is there or you just eat whatever you feel like?
When I mean, again, I'm a dad at the same time too. So there's those days where I might have a little bit of fried food or something like that. But you just try to avoid that. You try to eat as clean as possible. You try to make sure you're not
Okay.
over stuff like that. If you can actually, I'm not gonna be the one to say never had bad food, because it happens. You're supposed to be able to treat yourself to something, because if
Right.
not, you're lagging hard. But you could have those cheat meals here and there and just enjoy yourself. But just as long as you're training hard, that's all that matters. Train your ass off.
So what's your favorite food then?
My favorite food, I'm not gonna say one specific favorite, because I'm actually a sucker for things.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for Mexican food, a pizza, and French fries.
Okay.
If you put that in front of my face, I'm not gonna tell you no.
You gotta just go
That's the pizza
ham. Which is my favorite food? It's not really a food. It's more like a snack. Tostones. I love tostones, man. I love tostones.
Get a good mofongo de chicharrones.
Uh-huh.
Come on, man.
Good stuff too, yeah. All right, I'm gaining weight just talking about it. I haven't been to the gym in a couple of weeks, and I'm supposed to go back tonight. All right, we got a question for you from Serena. What females would you like to see brought into Titan? I know why Serena's asking this.
Well, I mean, there's one female that I've seen that, again, I've worked with her, and I know she's a great talent. JC Storm, very good talent with us with Hispanos Unidos, so I know she could bring it.
Right.
Other women, I mean, you got some of the girls at Magic right now that are pretty good. I can't think of any off the top of my head, to be honest. And there's no disrespect to the girls. I'm just very focused on what I'm doing all the time and stuff like that. But bring in some of the girls that wrestle on TNA and stuff like that. It's good. Again, iron sharpens iron. So again, right now Titan has a very good women's roster. Magic has a very good women's roster. You might be able to mix it up here and there and let everybody just go at it. And again, you got to bring in some big name talents as well too, to give them that opportunity.
That push,
yeah, so they can, not even just a push. It's not about that. It's more or less about honing up.
I mean, push to like elevate them.
Yeah,
their game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, push. Well, yeah, push to elevate their name and to test them as well.
True.
Hey, everybody's here to, everybody has a goal in mind, so you got to take the roster.
Yeah, right now, Amity, she's going like she's taking them all out.
She's really killing it. Honestly, she's a talent that you can look right at and you be like, she belongs on TV.
Don't piss her off, man. She tried to attack me at work. Don't piss her off. I'm not even joking. She's trying to come after me at work. Hold on a second. Is Titan part of MLW? No, Titan is not part of MLW. MLW is its own entity.
That'd be good.
Even though we had Dana Stratos on recently.
What's up, man?
Baba Thunder, part of Contra.
Baba Thunder, yes. It's little sprinkles of MLW in there.
Yeah, there's little sprinkles. I've been, talking about Contra with someone else, so there might be some more stuff working with Contra and Papa Dank in the future. We see.
Okay, bring it.
She's killing my hearing. She is killing my hearing. 100%, Amity. I have to buy earplugs. All right. Man, we discussed a lot of stuff. Let's talk about your training. Who did you train with?
Well, I trained at the Ace Pro Wrestling Academy by Mike Morgan, and then buddy Mike Morgan kind of basically showed me the basics, and then guys started taking over like Jay Lethal, Azrael,
Okay.
here and there. Guys would come in and just help out and everything like that. Well, and you just start picking up things with experience over time. But the basis was, yeah, Mike Morgan, Azrael, and Jay Lethal.
What do you think is the best advice Jay Lethal gave you?
Hmm.
Who's a real nice guy, by the way.
Oh, he's a great guy.
He really is. Yeah.
Uh,
It's got to be some advice he gave you.
no, because most of the time that we were talking, it was always funny and jokes and laughs and everything like that. And it's just, just keep pushing yourself. But to be honest, again, I've been doing this for a very long time. To the point, there's
Keep pushing yourself.
Yeah, just keep pushing yourself. Don't stop. Because you never know when it's your
100%. All right, let's talk about the WWE ID program. What are your thoughts on the program?
Oh, it's actually really cool. I'll be honest with you. I mean, if you look back, like some of the early inceptions of things, like you had Evolve, like where that was kind of what it seemed like.
Yeah, that was their spot.
Yeah, where you had all the guys that I guess that Gabe saw as the guys that'll possibly be up, and no pun intended, and and then talent, mixing it up with them as well to test those guys out. You get the guys that are coming in before NXT, get time on the it's a great thing for a lot of this young, hungry talent that's out there to really keep, and it at the same token too, it puts them in the spotlight, but at the same time, it's also helping the independent wrestling scene as well, and it's helping the independent wrestling promotions. Because if you see promoting guys, they're promoting them, but they're also including that promotion. So now it's going to get guys that are out there that are going to be the guys so they produce out there, which is a good thing again for independent wrestling, because now you're not just waiting for WWE to pop up with something. In the same too, now you want to be, let me see if I can find that next talent myself. Let me go ahead and let me see this guy on the come up. And that's really important, and it's really good for professional wrestling. I mean, right now I feel like we're in our second boom period of wrestling right now, with the way everything's going. So, time to be talent. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. It's a great time to be a wrestling promoter.
I see from when the pandemic ended to now, like the crowds are like really packing the houses, if you know what I mean.
No, yeah, I agree with you. But I also think too that's because of the talent as well.
Right.
During that time period, they took themselves very seriously. They really put in the hard work, and now it's all showing.
It is all showing, 100%. What do you think, as a talent at an event, what should you like bring to sell, like to push your merch? What kind of merch do you think you should bring? Because some people bring, like, work with a couple of just the whole table's full of all the different things. Like, what the hell?
Well, no,
some people just don't bring anything. I think you should have something.
It's good. I'm a victim of that. I would say, as you said, like some people just have everything. It's good to do that because you have variety. A fan might not. Not every fan wants a T-shirt. Not every fan wants that. Every fan might see something else. As weird as it sounds, they might see a lighter and be like, "Shit, that's a dope lighter. Let me go ahead and use that."
Let me get that Donovan lighter right now.
Yeah, let me get that keychain with that sports card. Like a lot of the kids were very smart that they were not even sports cards at first. They would do smaller size pictures instead of the 8x10s, and they were signing those, which is a lot easier for someone to carry instead of walking around with this weird 8x10 to your car. But some people were getting a lot smaller card pictures, and then now they're turning. Now people are doing like trading cards and everything, which is cool. It was really official. People are doing hats, mugs, shot glasses.
Right. Yeah.
are doing it, and you don't. It might attract somebody else to want that. You want to give the fans variety. You don't want to just give them, not everybody's gonna like the same flavor of ice cream. You know what I'm saying? So you're
That's
gonna want
true.
things, and again, maybe you'll walk out with something. Maybe you won't walk out with nothing. But at the same time, at least you give that fan the opportunity to see that and go, "Oh, this is pretty cool." Maybe I'll have. Even everybody was doing like the wrestling buddy, which is great. But I gotta
Yeah,
start.
I want a Papa Dank buddy.
Gotta do a Brooklyn Outlaw buddy.
Brooklyn Outlaw buddy. Here, go sleep with the Brooklyn Outlaw right here. Oh no, that's 100% true. Robert loves your nickname. How did you come up with that nickname? Okay, that's a good question.
The Brooklyn Outlaw. All right. Well, when I first started, I teamed up with a guy that actually, again, I was trained at the Ace Pro Wrestling Academy. I took my first bumps though in my boy's backyard on a mat. His name was Dangerous Dan Payne. That's the name he used to go by. And he was doing indie shows all over. I was a huge wrestling fan. I'm watching it, and I'm just like, yo, I want to learn how to bump. And he went ahead, and he was like, all right, come to the backyard. Went to the backyard, took some bumps. And then he was like, oh, you want to do a show? I'm like, all right, great. So I started doing a couple of shows with a bunch of the boys at the park, like any other young kid would do. Did maybe like one or two of them. And then he went ahead and just told me like, hey, I got an indie show for you to do. And I did. The show was Arena of Puerto Rico. My first show, nervous as hell. The match before me was two heavyset guys. I didn't know that they kind of messed up the ring. I think like 2 minutes into my match, we did a belly to back. Ring broke. That was my first experience.
No.
Yeah, ring broke, and then that was it. Literally my first experience. And I remember thinking I was king shit, walking out with a pair of glasses, a flame shirt, long pants. I looked like a complete clown. But yeah, that was my first thing. And then, like I said, just took some bumps there, and I feel like I drifted off. What was the exact question again?
How did you get your nickname?
So when I was there you go. Because of the fact, because since I was training with him, he introduced me to Mike Morgan at the Ace Pro Wrestling Academy. And since he introduced me, they said, we're going to put you guys a team together because you guys kind of have a likeness. All right. And we called ourselves the Outlaws. So that's where the name came from. It was the Outlaws. And then over years, I was just calling myself the Outlaw. And then I'm a kid. I am a kid from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm always going to represent, where I came from. So that went from Outlaw to the Brooklyn Outlaw, representing where I came from and everything.
That's great, man. That's a good story. That was a good question. Thank you, Robert, for asking those questions.
Sorry for drifting off, though. I tend to do that sometimes.
Good stuff. Nah, man, you're good. All right. Let's talk about Saturday as you are going up against the Feral Face in a chain match. This match alone is worth the price of admission, Donovan. I can't wait to see this match at the show, man. Good stuff coming up. And then, of course, you will be at Pro Wrestling Magic in that Chad Adams Memorial Rumble. You should get your tickets for that at Pro Wrestling Magic right there at the Mecca, Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, streaming on IWTV as well. Donovan, thank you for joining me on the podcast. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
Man, you can follow me on Instagram or you can follow me on Twitter at BK_Outlaw718. You can follow me on Facebook, Facebook.com/ I think it's Mike Donovan 84. That's where you could pretty much follow me, or you could look me up on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find the match or two sitting in there. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. Thank you for joining me on the podcast, Donovan. I had a great time talking to you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. I want to thank my friends at EPW who are watching us for a little bit right there. EPW in the Mid South. Thank you guys for watching. And Robert says, good luck, Brooklyn Outlaw. All right. So this Saturday is Titan Championship Wrestling presents Monsoon, the 5-year anniversary. Get your tickets at Titan Championship Wrestling or use that little QR code on the bottom and get your tickets now. It's going to be really jam-packed. We got a lot of great stars and a lot of great matches that you're not going to want to miss, including the main event. PJ Savage against Baba Thunder, right?
Yes, sir. Well, don't forget that this is a double main event, all right? Don't forget about that, all right? This is the double main event.
Let's say triple because, Shane Douglas, of course, against Big Jeff Noyes, and, of course, Donovan versus Face. Triple main event.
I'm going to make this very clear before I get off on here.
Uh-huh.
Pharaoh won. Get ready, bro. I'm going to come with it. You better bring it.
Ooh.
I'll whoop that ass.
Better bring it, Face. All right, Donovan, what else I got going on? A lot of podcasts coming up. I got the one and only K-Swiss from EPW joining me next week. Nadia White will also be joining me next Tuesday. Nadia White. The one and only Brother Greatness promoting All Black Everything coming out on February 1st right here in Long Island. He's going to be giving up that main event from what I'm told. I'm going to get that exclusive, which I'm excited about. Good stuff. Good stuff. Want to support my friends at NYWC on January 25th. I will be in attendance, filming my vlog there as well. And just announced Dan Math will be there.
Yeah. OG.
Yeah. The OG. That's right. As well as Dan Barry. You see in the corner right there. This is supposedly his retirement year tour. His farewell tour.
Everybody says they're going to retire.
Everybody says they're going
to. Told everybody he's retiring.
Yeah. I believe though Cena will retire this year. I do believe that. It's also coming up is War from Wrestling Is Now, and there you see PJ's right there as well. That's going to be quite the event right there in Brooklyn. Maybe the Brooklyn Outlaw should be there. Just saying, Joel Skills.
Show up.
Throwing that out there for you guys. All right. I'll be also presenting that 5-year achievement award at Monsoon right before the event. You don't want to miss that. And I'm looking for a bodyguard to protect me from Anthony Gangone in case he tries to, lose his shit. Also, my YouTube channel is my last vlog of 2024, Donovan. Tour de Dank, and I'm hanging out with Live Danger right there. Making a return to the East Coast. But now they're back in the West Coast now. They went back.
Some interesting individuals, I'll tell you that much. I've been
100%. Want to support SICW as I will be going to FanFest 3 in St. Louis, Missouri, as they will be inducting the one and only the Von Erichs into their St. Louis Hall of Fame. That's going to be exciting. FanFest 3. Make sure you get your tickets at sicw.org for that event. And let's support my good friend Prince Nana's Coffee right there, PrinceNanaCoffee.com. Get your coffee from Prince Nana. It's really, really good. I am also a client as well. Want to thank my friend Coach David at DNS Wrestling Collectibles for helping support the podcast. More great collabs with DNS Wrestling Collectibles. Stay tuned. Got some surprises coming in the future. For that, got a lot of stuff, Donovan.
I see.
Want to thank my graphic sponsor, Pickway Design. They redesigned my new banners that I'll have Saturday at Monsoon and my new chairs that I'm going to have. I'm so excited to actually see them because I haven't seen them yet. So I'll be picking them up tomorrow to bring them to Monsoon with me.
Booked more than I. Huh? I say you booked more than me right now.
I know, man. It's crazy. 100%. You got to branch out, Donovan. You know what I'm saying? Got to branch out. PJ Savage coming up next. We'll be talking. Actually, I'm going to talk to him about your match that you have. So I'll bring that up with him. PJ Savage coming up next. Yes, thank you, Donovan, coming on the podcast. Thank everybody also who was watching us. Someone just said, go Donovan on Instagram. Thank you for watching us. Everybody have a great night. Donovan, hold on for a second, all right?
Gotcha.
I will see everybody